Hi guys, so this is going to be my second bookshelf tour because in the first one I forgot to show you this shelf, and then also rearranged that other shelf and added some books, so let's get right to it. So the first book I have is Son of a Witch by Gregory Maguire, and I have not read this yet, and I should read it. Then the second book I have is The Blind Side by Michael Lewis, and I got to page 155 in this book, and then I stopped reading it. And then I have two books the from the Cross My Heart Hope to Spy series. I can't really remember what the series is called. So the first book, this was the first book, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. This is the first book. And it's called I'd Tell You I'd Love You, but then I'd have to kill you. And the second book is called Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy. And I read these in 7th grade, and I really have not continued with this series. And then next I have, there we go. Next I have Mig Growl, Beware of Dog, and It's a Dog's Life. And these I read in probably 4th grade, and yeah, I read them in 4th grade. And then we have Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis, and I haven't read this in such a long time. I stopped on page 50, I think. Yeah, page 50. I haven't read this in a really long time. And I forgot to tell you guys the authors of these. So the author of these two is Bob Balaban. Balaban, however you pronounce that. And then for the Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy, I Tell You I Love You, but then I Have to Kill You is Allie Carter. And then we have The Adventures of Vin Fizz by Clive Cussler, and I have not read this yet, and I should read it. And then we have Acting for Young Actors, The Ultimate Teen Guide by Mary Lou Belly and Dina Lenny, foreword by Jason Ritter. And I have read this book actually, and I've read it in sort of sections because it's this whole guide to acting. It's like the callback, when it's over, tips from the pros. It's just a bunch of different sections of acting stuff because I want to be in Broadway when I grow up. So, and then I have Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl, with an introduction by Eleanor Roosevelt, and obviously by Anne Frank, which I also have not read this yet, and I really should read it. And then I have a Bible, and then I have my Twilight series. When I was obsessed with Twilight, I had to get the box set. So I have Twilight by Stephenie Meyer, New Moon by Stephenie Meyer, Eclipse by Stephenie Meyer, Breaking Dawn by Stephenie Meyer, and The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner by Stephenie Meyer. Great series. If you want a really good, like, sort of paranormal first series to read that has romance in it, Twilight. Twilight all the way. Twilight. Team Edward, by the way. Okay, and then let's move over to the other shelf. I've reorganized it! Oh my gosh! So, I've actually added 2 books. So first, there is Maleficent by, where's the author's name? Rudnick. That's literally all it has on the spine, Rudnick. So I'm gonna call them Rudnick. So I don't know. Well, wait. Back, maybe? Yeah, I don't really know, but this is based off of the movie. And it's based off of the screenplay, and I have not read this whole book, but I need to read it. Look how cool! It's so cool. It's got the white pages, but then it's got the black on the white pages. It's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. This book is so cool. The cover feels soft too. It's a cool book. Then next I have Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, and I am currently reading this right now. It's such a good book. It's so good. I like it a lot. Oh, and then I have my favorite series of all time, The Maze Runner series by James Dashner. This series is just perfect. It's perfect. If you have not read this series, what are you doing with your life? Read the series. It's so good. My favorite book is Scorch Trials, as you may have seen in some of my other videos. Just, oh my god, it's such a good series. Just read it. You'll understand. I promise. It's such a good book. Such a good series. Then I have the 2 out of 3 books for the Darkest Minds series by Alexander Bracken. And I do not have Neverfade, and I am currently reading The Darkest Minds. And then I have Let's Get Lost. Let's see if I can find the author of this without toppling. ID? Yeah. Ada Alsed. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Ada Alsed. Let's Get Lost. And I've only read the first chapter of this. Then I have Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babette. It's a good book. It's a nice quick read. It's like only how many pages? It's only 139. It's a nice easy read. Nice quick read. Oh, and I have another one of my really good coming of age stories, The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. This book is so good. It's so good. If you like books that are like coming of age and it's based back in the 1960s, 1960s time era, you will love this book. It's such a good book, and the cover is so pretty. I love this cover. There was like 2 covers to this book. I was really hoping that Barnes & Noble had this cover, and they did. And it was just, and I read it, and I loved it. It's such a good book. And then, this next new book that I have is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. And I actually have this for school. And then I also have, which I could not fit in my bookshelf, another book for school that I really enjoyed, is A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry. There we go. It's a great play. It's a really good play about family and their struggles in 1950, 1960 time frame. It's a great book. And then I have The Undomestic Goddess by Sophia Kinsella. Another great book. This is more of an adult type book, so if you aren't into adult type books and you want more teenage books, I would not recommend this book for you. But if you like the sort of realistic adult books with romance and amazingness, you will like this book. It's a good book. Then I have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling, the only Harry Potter book that I own. Because this was the one out of the 4 that I read before I stopped reading the series that was my favorite. So yeah, I have that in real book form. And then I have The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I stopped on the second book. I really have to pick up the series again, but again, I'm reading Clockwork Angel, Darkest Minds, a little bit of Let's Get Lost. So I'll try and pick it up again when I can. Same with Harry Potter. And then Peter and the Starcatchers by Dave Barry and Riley Pearson. I have not really read this book. Then I have move over here. I'll fall. Then I have The Limit by Kristen Landon. This was another good book. Then I have Shiver. I don't want to talk about Shiver. Shiver's a dumb book. I got to page 9, chapter 4, and I stopped. It was so boring. I did not like it at all. Sorry if you liked Shiver, but the characters already seemed like they were too dramatic and too stupid, and I will do a review on the first 9 pages if you want me to. It'll literally be this. Characters are boring, they're dramatic, they're stupid. It's just no, we're not talking about Shiver. The only reason I keep it on here is because it has a nice spine. I like the spine of it, so I keep it on here. Then I have the 2 Monster High books by Lisa Harrison. Actually, 1 and 3. I don't remember where I put the second one. I have The Sister Out of the Traveling Pants by by Anne Brashers. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I hope that's how you pronounce her name. Oh, I love this. I love these 2 books. They were such good books. It was a really good book about like friendship and stuff. It was just so good. Then I have Dork Diaries 1 and 3. The second one I think is in my Kindle. Also really, really cute books to pick up. I know they seem like they're not that advanced, and they're not really advanced books, but they're such cute books that you have to pick them up. They're good books. You'll like them. And then of course I have my little owl that I got from my buddy gift as my buddy gift from my buddy from volleyball. So yeah, so that was my bookshelf tour, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will be doing an updated one probably in the next couple of months because I'm going to be getting more books, especially with Christmas coming up in 2 months. So I'll see you guys then. I'll see you guys either next week or tomorrow. I'll see you guys within this next week. Alright, bye!